Let me catch my breath. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the show. This is the Chemically Imbalanced Black Girl Podcast, aka a FaceTime call posing as a podcast. I did that intro 7 times, and every time this dog barks louder and louder. So this is going to be the final take. Apparently, he has a lot to say. As soon as I give him his flowers, of course, he stops barking. All right, that's fine. Disrespectful, but we can get through that. We're on episode 33, guys. We're so close to episode 50. Like I keep telling you guys, episode 50 is going to be the first video episode of Chemically Imbalanced Black Girl History. I am very excited and very nervous about the episode. Like, the closer we get, the more I'm like, oh no! Shorty does not have her shit together, like, at all. The face got pimples on it. The insecurities are insecuritying. Like, I only have a ring light and a tripod. I don't have no type of camera, and I refuse to use this iPhone camera. Even though everybody's like, oh my god, you gotta start somewhere. That won't be where I start. No hate to the people who do. It just cannot and won't be me. I just like, me and like a phone camera don't get along. So like, trying to record an episode of this podcast where I already feel so safe and like secure and like, I feel good enough to be myself here. And then like, if I put this fucking phone up to my face and try to like do my shit, I'm just gonna like, I'm gonna die. So y'all, it's like 20 episodes away and I'm like crumbling emotionally because I don't know what to do, but I'm gonna do it. Even if I have to say, I said all that shit, but even if I have to record it with my iPhone, I promise I will, because at the end of the day, I'm a content creator now. I have to give content. So even if episode 50 comes out worse than episode 1, and I'm just like, and y'all can't even see me, I'm just like in a room, in the back of the room, like in a chair, like you can only see the color of my outfit, and I'm like screaming like, so today, y'all, the topic I want to talk about is, I might bring back COVID and wear like a mask or some shit the whole episode. I'm just fucking around. I won't. I mean, I might. We don't know. I really might. Honestly, like, my confidence spikes high and low. So however I'm feeling that day, bitch, y'all might get a close up. I might be right in front of the camera. Lip gloss on. Face shining from the Vaseline. But, if I wake up on the wrong side of the bed, I don't know what y'all gonna get that day, okay? But we're hoping for the best. Now, like I said before, episode 50 is just gonna be the first video episode. Not saying that they're going to continue to be video episodes after that, because like I said, shorty ain't ready for all that yet, so maybe episode 100, we don't know, maybe episode 100 will be the start of the gradual, like, permanent video episodes, because I just feel like doing something special for y'all on the 50th episode, because y'all been sticking around, I'm not gonna lie, and the YouTube views been going up. They've been going up real bad. And I know I said I was gonna put, I'm rambling, y'all, I'm so sorry. I know I said I was gonna put the 50th episode on Patreon, but I don't know yet. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, and one more thing before I start the show. So obviously y'all know that this podcast is famous for like not having any segments, like not being the same each episode. Like every episode is like, y'all can tell, like, I'm just, like, literally talking. I'm just doing whatever I want to do, right? But recently, the Am I the Assholes have been, like, a staying steady segment on the show. And I want to keep doing that, y'all. Even though I love being unhinged, and y'all also love it, like, at some point, we got to have a little bit of structure. The stories in the structure can be unhinged themselves. But at some point, we got to wrap this shit up. I got to give it, stroke by stroke. Pause. I at least want y'all to know what y'all getting ready for, when y'all click on the episode, you know what I mean? Until y'all can see my face, I at least want you to know it's like, all right, am I the assholes at the end? And in the middle, we got this, and that. And then y'all know I go off on my tangents, but that'll happen when it happens. So on this episode today, I'm going to try to be very segmental, even though that's probably not a word. I'm going to try to be very, y'all don't know what word I'm trying to use, but y'all know, y'all God damn it, y'all know what I'm trying to say. Okay, so let's just get right into it. So I want to do like a question of the day type thing. So I saw this on TikTok, where y'all know between Reddit and TikTok, that's my jam. That's where I get like all of my conversation inspiration from. I saw this thing on TikTok where this girl was basically, she was asking like, what generational curses are you breaking, right? And she was saying like how, you know, she would have McDonald's money for her kids, Starbucks money and all that shit, which I think is amazing, because all of us has been through that. Even if you like, oh, I don't eat McDonald's, you ate it as a kid. Like, let's be fucking for real. Whether it was McDonald's fries, Wendy's fries, Burger King fries, you ate somebody's fucking French fries. And most likely, if you were a brown or black individual at a young age, when you asked for said fast food restaurant, you got slapped with a comeback of, don't nobody got no McDonald's money. You got McDonald's money? Because I don't got McDonald's money. It sounds like oodles and noodles for tonight. Like, it sounds like you need to shut the fuck up and wait till we pull into this goddamn driveway and go in the goddamn house and eat what the fuck I've been making for the past 2 weeks. Like, nobody's going to McDonald's, basically. Like, that's not happening. And so I love the fact that, you know, that was one of the generational curses, because, like, basically, even if you're not black or brown, like, mostly everybody been through that shit, and why, I don't even know, because whole time they do got McDonald's money. Like, bitch, just stop at McDonald's. Like, I just want a McDouble and a small fry. That's crazy. And maybe an Oreo McFlurry. But I wanted to share y'all what my generational curse would be to break. And even though I'm not having any kids, if I did have kids, this would still be the same. But I'm just breaking it within myself, right? So the generational curse I'm breaking, like, within myself, is not making dishwater. Now stay with me, y'all, because I know some of y'all are like, what? How you gonna wash dishes if you don't make dishwater? I have never been afraid to just leave the water on as I'm washing dishes. And I remember my birth mom used to get so fucking mad at me when I was a kid for doing that. And that's why I don't like washing dishes now. Why I like washing my own dishes. But, like, she would always be like, you wasted my water. You gonna make my water bill high, da 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 da. But, like, I don't understand. Like, if we ate ribs tonight and I got a sink full of water and everybody put their fucking dish in the sink, now there's, like, barbecue sauce, there's corn, there's mashed potatoes, there's broccoli all in this fucking dishwater. And you think I'm just about to wash dish after dish in this nasty ass water. Like, I just never understood what the point of dishwater was. I miss living by myself, y'all, because when I tell y'all, every time I could have made like a 3-course dinner, it could be a pot, a frying pan, a fork, a spoon. The whole time I'm washing dishes, the water is on. I don't mind paying for my water bill. I don't mind running my goddamn water bill up or wasting my own goddamn water, because the last thing I'm going to do is wash dishes that dishes have been in, and like dishwashed water. Like, y'all know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, that shit has always bothered me. I have never thought that was sanitary at all. And I don't understand why we do that. And then on another thing, why couldn't we use a dishwasher as kids? Like, I never understood that. Like, let's just put them in a dishwasher. And then my mom's excuse was not only that it's wasting more water, but the dishwasher doesn't clean the dishes like hand washing does. Okay, but if I rinse them off real quick, you know, with the little hose or whatever, and then put them in there, then it would. Obviously, if we put some hard ass ketchup or some cheese or that red sauce from them Chef Boyardee cans that's been sitting out for 12 hours and it got hard and then painted the side of the bowl, obviously if we put that in the dishwasher, it's not gonna come off because it's solidified now. Like, it's part of the bowl now. It's not coming off. That is my like little generational curse breaking. There was another one that I thought of, but I can't remember it now, and it's making me sad. I also have another like question of the day, but y'all, before I do that, I want to get through a pet peeve that I just realized I had. Y'all know I got like a million pet peeves as they come to me. I just let y'all know as they come, and I recently found out about a new one that I have now. Actually just did it. So I hate unnecessary like noises, like mouth noises. And that's crazy for me because I am 100% an ASMR girly. Like, I love listening to people chew, swallow, slurp, pause. Well, unpause because, you know. But, like, oh, y'all know that TikTok account, like, Wood Soup? Oh, my God. I'm all for it. Like, I love a good mouth noise. I hate unnecessary mouth noises. Like, the only example I could give y'all is when, like, people talk like, I don't know. Yeah, like that. Or like after somebody laughs, they go, my niece just, and that's the first time that's ever happened to me. So I was about to say something, and my niece just came and like bear tackled, hugged me type of thing. And when I go back to, I think I hit like pause like on a good moment, but if I didn't, it's gonna be fun to go back and edit because she scared the shit out of me and I screamed. And that's the first time I've ever been interrupted like mid recording. So, or well, not by like outside noise. Like it's the first time a person has ever like jumped on me as I was recording, and that's not a good feeling. I feel like Corey Kenshin, like almost like I had an outer body experience just now. I almost beat my niece's ass, but it was such a sweet. It was such a sweet moment that I was like, I had to like stop my fight or flight, and I was like, oh my god, this is a lovely moment that we're having. But she scared the shit out of me. So like I was saying before I was so lovely interrupted, like y'all know how when people laugh and after the laugh they go like, ah. I just hate shit like that, and I don't know why, y'all, because I think I do it. Like I also think I do it. I know I don't do that laugh thing, but like mouth noises like this, like I kiss my teeth all the fucking time and I hate it. Like, I don't know why. Recently realized that this was a pet peeve of mine because I was watching a podcast, right? And on the podcast I watch is two guys. And one of the guys, like before and after everything he says, I'm just giving y'all an example. Hold on. So he'll be talking, and then he'll just go like, so like he'll say something and then another sentence and he goes, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what is that? Is that asthma? Because we have to talk about it. We have to like, somebody has to say something about this because this is pissing me off to the point where like, it's like nails on a chalkboard to me. Every time he like sucks in air, like my eyes start twitching and shit. I'm just like, there it is again. Like I feel like Crocker from the Fairly Odd Parents. Like, what the fuck is that? And he does it after every like sentence or after every like other couple of words. And I'm just like smacking myself in the forehead. Like, somebody please address this loud and uncomfortable ass elephant in the room. Like, tell us you have asthma or something so I can stop being irritated about it, so I can like sympathize with it instead of being annoyed. So crazy because I dead ass think that's the only pet peeve that I have that I'm pretty sure I do as well. Most of the time when I have pet peeves, I'm just like, yeah, I don't know where y'all get that shit from, because where I'm from we don't do shit like that. But I think this is the only one that I have that I also do, because I know I do it. It's just when I hear other people do it, I'm just like, I can't fucking do this. Oh my gosh. Okay, y'all, let's move on quickly because I have something scary as fuck to tell y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna do the question of the day in a minute, but y'all, I came to like a realization about myself that I find so scary, and also like there's only two explanations that I can give y'all to like 100% back me up that I know that what I'm about to tell y'all is facts, right? There's only two examples I can give y'all. And I know for a fact this happens because of the two examples I'm about to give y'all. But y'all, I don't even know how many times I forgot or how many times I've done it and don't remember, you know what I mean? Or how many times I've like repressed shit out of my memory. Oh my gosh, just listen. So I am 110% sure that I sleepwalk, y'all. And that is probably the scariest shit ever, because when you think of sleepwalking, you think of like a bitch getting in the car in the middle of the night, like driving to Wawa, ordering a sub, getting a milkshake, stopping at McDonald's for some fries, hit every red light, you know, make turns impeccably, and then come back in the house, eat your food, and then lay back down and wake up like, what happened? That's not how my sleepwalking is, right? My sleepwalking is very simple, but it's still scary as fuck, because like when you remember it, you're just like, oh my God, I actually did that shit. Like unconsciously too. Like I don't remember any part of this, but my body was just like, yeah, we finna do this for no fucking reason. So the first time I ever, and like, as if I don't have enough fucking wrong with me. You know what I'm saying? Like as if I don't have enough like quirks and you know, like enough shit going on mentally, emotionally, physically, like the universe is just like, make that bitch get up in the middle of the night unwarranted. Like, let this bitch just roam around, making her look even more fucking crazy. So the first time I ever experienced sleepwalking, I thought I was just tweaking. I was like, there's a logical explanation for what I just did. And that's just that. I don't know what the reason is, bitch, but maybe it's not for me to understand. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's just what I wanted to do at the time. So this is a couple years ago. And I told y'all I had a friend named Tanya. That's her alias. It's not her real name. I talked about Tanya a couple episodes, like way in the beginning of this podcast, like deep beginning episodes. And this was one of those times where I was at her house. Like I said, I used to spend the night at her house. We used to smoke, shoot the shit, have all these like crazy conversations, right? We'd be up to like 3:00 in the morning. We used to work at the same gym, and the gym that we both used to work at, she still worked at. Obviously I was a flight attendant, and whenever I was in town, I would just come spend a couple days at her house. She would go to work. I'd spend the day with her dog, and we'd meet back up, smoke, chill, eat. You know, it was a cycle, right? So one of these times I'm spending the night at her house. She also lives with her mom. I can't remember her mom's name, but I wouldn't have said it anyway. But her mom is an older woman, and she takes like medicine and stuff like that. She has medication that she takes. And so her mom was so chill too. Like, she never bothered us. We'd be cussing, fussing, smoking, yelling at each other, not like negatively, but we'd be like talking about all this like theory shit in her living room, and she used to just chill and let us like do us. We used to be watching all types of shows. She used to just kick it. We were grown, but still, I know a lot of moms would be like, "Hey, y'all shut the fuck up in my house." But she was never like that. She was chill. So again, like I said, one of these times I was spending the night, I used to sleep on her couch. And her room was like down the hall, whatever. So either her dog, well, not either. Her dog will always fucking sleep with me. And he would sleep like right in the like diamond pit of my legs. Like if you were laying on your stomach, like that spot in between like the back of your knees and your calves, her dog will always sleep right there on me. And I was like, nigga, move. Like, I can't toss and turn, and I can't sleep how I want to sleep because your ass is right here. Like, you got to get off me. And as much as I love dogs, I wanted to like throw that little nigga, because like, I love the fact that you want to sleep next to me. I really do love you to pieces, Jasper, but you got to fucking move. Like, go in there with your mom. Like, please. I can't sleep like this. So I'm actually blaming the dog for my sleepwalking, because the lack of sleep I got, only caused me to hallucinate, I'm only human. So, So at some point during this restless ass night, I unconsciously got up to get myself a drink of water. And, she had one of them refrigerators that had a water dispenser on it. And I was like, okay, fine. I'll just grab my cup from the table, the coffee table in the living room in front of the couch that I slept on. I'll just grab my cup from there, fill it up with water, and I'll take a couple drinks, and then I'll lay my ass back down and go to bed, right? Because it's the middle of the night. So I do this, right? I wake up, I do this, and it's gang. I go back to sleep, right? It's all good. So in the morning, I get up again, and my friend Tanya is like, "What happened to my mom's medicine?" And I'm like, "What you talking about?" She was like, "It's like full of water." And this is one of those medicine bottles, like the orange. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The orange bottle with the white cap. Your regular, y'all know y'all regular. I don't know why this happens to me when I'm recording this podcast. I can't even use proper words. Your regular medicine bottle, bitch. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So she shows it to me, and it's like, obviously there were like pills in there, but the pills have like turned this like gelatinous, like they're like jellified at the bottom of the fucking bottle, and there's just like white creamy substance in there, like somebody had poured some fucking water in there. And I'm like, ew, oh my gosh, why the fuck it look like that? Did the medicine melt? She was like, no, it looked like somebody poured water in there. I was like, well, who the fuck would do that? I'm not even knowing that. I'm not even hitting, the connection isn't even connecting, y'all. I'm like, I'm mad for her and her mom. Like, that medicine probably cost a lot of fucking money. Like, why the fuck is there water in there? Like, who the fuck would do some shit like that? Like, I'm actually mad and upset, because like this, at this point, this is sabotage. So her mom is, upset as fuck, as she should be, because she's old. She don't got time for people to be fucking playing with her ass, putting water in her fucking medicine. So I'm pretty sure she goes to refill her prescription, which takes a lot of time that she didn't have. And I think Tanya goes to work. So now I'm just in their house by myself. It's me and the dog. We just chilling. And I don't know, y'all. I had this, like, I was just sitting on the couch. I remember like it was yesterday. I was watching Total Drama Island. Sitting on the couch, me and Jasper chilling. I'm waiting for one of them niggas to come home. And I just have like this That's So Raven moment, or like this Office moment, where I just turn and like look into a camera that's not fucking there. And I just remember me like unconsciously getting up to put something in water. So then I look at the coffee table that I'm still fucking in front of, because I'm on the same couch that I was sleeping on. And I realized that there's no cup of water on the fucking counter, on the fucking coffee table. So I'm like, I know for a fact I drank water last night. So I'm looking up under the couch. I'm like, maybe I drank all the water, and when I was sleeping, my foot maybe knocked the fucking, I don't know, knocked the cup off the table, and now it's under the table. So I'm looking everywhere for this cup, and I'm like, yo, I don't even, like, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't even remember the color of the fucking cup. Like, I don't even remember, like, where I got this cup from. I don't even know, because I didn't have a cup before I went to bed. I just thought that a cup spawned on the coffee table in the middle of the night as I went to go get a drink of water. Like, I just thought the cup just magically appeared there. So as I'm, like, frantically looking for this cup that does not fucking exist, it's slowly coming to me, like, it's slowly dawning on me that I am the one who filled this fucking medicine bottle up with water. And y'all, the guilt and the embarrassment and the fucking, like, the way I feel so psychotic, all of these emotions and feelings are just slowly taking over me. And I'm just like, there's no fucking way I did that. There's no way I did that. So I go in the trash can and I get the bottle out and I'm looking and I'm like, no, this is actually like water. Like, somebody actually put water in here. Like, it's not as if they melted because the room was too hot. Like, this was full of like water. And y'all know what the craziest thing about it was? It wasn't that I did it, because obviously that's embarrassing as fuck. And I didn't even apologize, y'all. Like, I realized I did it and I never said anything. Like, when I tell y'all I'm taking this to the grave, and me and her aren't any friends anymore. So it's not like I could just hit that bitch up out of the blue, be like, hey, bitch, I know we don't talk anymore. Remember that day back in 20, whatever the fuck, where your mom had water in her medicine? Bitch, it was me. And I never said anything. Like, I'm not doing that. But even the lack of apology wasn't even the thing that made me feel so bad. Y'all, the thing that made me feel bad was that I drank that shit. Like, I drank it. Like, I went to put the said cup underneath the water dispenser, chugged it, and then filled that bitch up again, only to hope that if I wake up again and get thirsty, I won't have to walk my ass all the way back over to this refrigerator. So I made myself a bedside table of cold ass water in her mother's medicine bottle, and I chugged the fuck out of whatever the hell was in the bottle. Still to this day, I don't know what the prescription was. I don't know what the fuck was in the bottle. I just took like 3 shots of it, apparently. Like, apparently it was very thirst quenching, because it gave me everything I needed at that moment when I took it to the head. I was just like, wow, this water is crisp, this water is cold, and this water is delightful. Good night. Like, I feel so bad even still thinking about that. All, it doesn't end there. The other day, y'all, I was so scared. Like, I haven't thought about that whole water in the medicine prescription bottle. I haven't thought about that since it fucking happened, because that's one of those things that you just repress because it's just so fucking embarrassing. It's just like, oh God, I hope they never find out it was me. Even though, y'all, it could have been nobody else. It could have been nobody else. It was only 3 bitches in that house, and we all know the bitch that did it. Like, I'm pretty sure, even though I never addressed it that it was me, I'm pretty sure once I left back to like my own apartment, they were like, that bitch filled my water. Like, what the fuck is wrong with Zaria? Like, I know they talked about it. I know they did. And that's so embarrassing. But the other day, y'all, it happened again. And this time I was so fucking scared. And I don't know if I need to see somebody about this. I don't know if there's pills you can take. Obviously, I've had my fair share. You know what I mean? I don't know if there's anything I could do about this. But I'm starting to Google shit, y'all. That's how you know I was scared. So the other day, I'm sleeping, right? As you should. And I sometimes have really vivid nightmares, like to the point where I wake up crying. I wake up fucking in a pool of sweat, like literally, like there's dripping going down my neck, right? I don't know why. My dreams, my like happy dreams, never this fucking vivid, never this fucking emotional. I'll be lucky if I even remember a fucking happy dream that I have, right? All my bad dreams, traumatizing as fuck, stay in the memory bank. So I can't even remember what dream I was having or what nightmare I was having. All I know, y'all, I woke up and I'm like standing at my front door. Boy, I can't even tell the story. I'm getting emotional because that shit was so scary. Y'all, I wake up and I'm just like facing my front door. It's locked. I haven't like tried to go outside or nothing like that. I'm just fucking standing there. When I woke up, and it took me a second to like, cause y'all know sometimes when you sleep, but you not sleep and you can hear somebody call your name, but it feel like the person in your dream is calling your name. and shit like that, you know, or you hear a knock at the door and your dream just like takes over that shit, and now somebody in your dream knocking on the door. Y'all know that shit? So when I opened my eyes and I saw like the front door, I was like standing there for a second because I was like, nah, I'm not really at the front door. Like once I like wake up for real, I'll be in my bed. And bitch, I just wasn't in my bed. I was so scared. And I like stumbled a little bit because I was just like, how the fuck did I get in front of the door? I walk into the kitchen. It's like 3:38. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I was actually so scared, y'all. And I didn't even want to go back in my room because I was just like, what? How the fuck did I get to the front door? Like, and then I'm thinking like, what made me wake up to the point where I didn't try to walk out this bitch? Like, what happened and what did I look like when I was doing it? I think that's the thing that scared me the most. And I'm so glad that there's no fucking cameras in this house, because I would have immediately looked. Like, I don't want to see myself do something that I wasn't conscious of as I was doing it. Like, I think that would freak me the fuck out so bad. Because, like, even imagining myself, like, moving my covers off, stepping out of my bed, opening my bedroom door, and walking to the front door and just standing there. Not even to mention, y'all, I don't even know how long I was standing there until I woke up. I just woke up there. So a bitch could have been standing there 20, 30 minutes. I don't know. And that's freaking me out, y'all. Like, to see that footage on the camera, I would bust out fucking crying, because I would be like, who is that? Somebody's doing something to me. Like, I would think Freddie got my ass. Like, I would think I'm in a dream with Freddie and he fucking, like, he got me running over town and shit. I don't know, y'all. I did not like that. So it's official. Like, I'm a daydreamer, and not a daydreamer. I'm a sleepwalker. Apparently I'm a sleepwalker, y'all. And I never thought it would happen to me. You know, you hear about it on TV and you hear about it in the movies and shit, but like, it's actually like real. And I don't know how to stop it, y'all. Don't even know how this shit started. I don't know what prevents it or what, like, you know, I've been really on Google all day trying to figure this shit out, and it's crazy. Like, I got enough mental illnesses, and I got enough shit about me that makes me, you know what I'm saying? I don't need another one. Like, oh yeah, she's depressed, insecure, she got anxiety a little bit, you know. Oh, and that bitch sleepwalk. Did I mention she sleepwalk? Like, that's crazy. I did not order that shit. Send it back immediately. All right, y'all. So moving on, I have another question of the day that I want to talk to you guys about. And I love this question so much. Like, I love when I hear stuff on like other podcasts, or even when I read stuff on Reddit, and I'm just like, wow, that's a good question. Whoever thought of that question, good for you. Like, and then, I don't know, like, I love a question that just makes me think, or just makes me give my, like, raw opinion. Love that. Eat it up every time. So this question said, as a Black woman, do you feel more connected to the Black side of your identity or the female side? And I love this question, right? And obviously, I know, like, the argument of, like, not separating the two. Like, you can't separate, you know, my womanhood from my Blackness and all that stuff. I get that argument, right? But sometimes I think it's cool to, like, I don't know, I think it's cool to separate shit like that sometimes, just to see how, like, people really work. Just to see, I love things that make people, I don't know, just like give raw emotion. Like, even though obviously you can be Black and a woman simultaneously at the same time, and there's no rhyme or reason why you should separate the two, think of how cool it would be to separate the two. Like, just go one day, even if you're a Black man, just in your mind for a second, think of how cool it would be to one day, like, just walk around, or just how it feels to be both of those things separately, right? And I know I'm not making any sense, y'all, but stay with me. Like, a lot of days I wake up and, like, a bitch obviously don't feel like I'm swimming in womanhood. Like, I'm not drenched, I'm not, like, iced out in femininity. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of days I wake up, bitch, there's a lot of days I wake up and I don't even feel like a fucking person. So, you know, there's hella days where I wake up and I don't feel like a woman. You know what I'm saying? We got all these fucking definitions and standards and explanations of, you know, what it is to be a woman, or this type of woman, or a person, or this type of person. And that's what sends, you know, niggas into an identity crisis. But I promise y'all, like, no matter what type of, like, existential identity crisis I'm having, I always feel Black as hell. I always feel Black. Even on the days I'm not feeling my girliest, I'm not feeling my prettiest, like, I am like a walking ball of emotional blackness. Like, and I can't even really explain, obviously I can't even explain how being black feels. I don't know, y'all. That shit is like pig Latin. Like, it's just unspeakable. Like, I don't know. You either got it or you don't. I don't know. To wake up every day and be black it has such a heavy feeling, y'all. It has such a heavy feeling. And I feel there's way, actually, let me not lie, y'all. I almost tripped up. I was about to say there's way more instances and examples and situations in my life where I felt more black than I felt a woman. But I don't know if that's true. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's true. I think I have situations and examples of both weighing equally, because, you know, being a woman comes with harassment and fucking period cramps and, you know, all this shit about it comes with a whole bunch of shit, right? But then being black comes with racism, and you got all of this shit, right? So both of them are so, oh my gosh, y'all. Literally, this is what it feels like when I know I'm trying to say something specific and I don't know how to fucking say it, and it's pissing me off. But both of those hold so much weight. And I think nowadays, especially because and I'm not, oh my gosh, y'all, this is such a hard topic to talk about without trying to like sound offensive. So with there being so many definitions of women, right? Because there are plenty of definitions of women, even non-binary people, right? There's so many definitions of what people can say a woman is. There's only one type of black, though. I don't care how you try to spin it. I don't care what your dad is. I don't care who anybody is. There's only one type of black. There's only one feeling of being black. There's only one understanding of being black, right? So even though not all women have the same, you know, experiences, not all women bodies are the same, not all women do this, not all women do that, not all women feel this, not all women feel that. Black does. Black people do. Now, obviously, we could talk about the coons, y'all. We could talk about the Uncle Ruckuses and all that shit. I'm not getting into all of that. That shit is too deep. They can suppress and pretend and evacuate all they fucking want to. They still feel it. They just choose not to, you know, accept it. But I don't know. I just really like that question. Like, obviously, I'm a black woman. And, you know, I'd like those two to be together. But separately, you know, you really don't ever think about that. Like, I'm just a black person. Like, that shit is crazy. Like, if I wasn't a black woman, I would just be a black what? And it really doesn't fucking matter. Like, I would still have a lot of the same experiences if I was a black man. Obviously, just gender switch. Some, you know, problems I wouldn't have and some problems I would have. But a lot of the black problems would never go a fucking way. Like, a lot of the black, issues, a lot of the black things that we celebrate, just the joy and pain of being black would just never go away, because it's a very specific feeling. And you feel it all the time. So I hope y'all understand what I was trying to say, because, bitch, y'all know, I be sounding so smart in my head. And I be making the lines come out real smooth when I'm thinking them. And then when I talk about it, I just be like, oh. All right, y'all, let's wrap this shit up. Y'all gonna be so mad at me. I only been recording for like 45 minutes. Hold on, let me check. Yep, 46 minutes. We about to chop this to a 20-minute episode. Y'all gonna be so sick of me. But listen, it's not the fact that I'm not hearing y'all say y'all want longer episodes. I hear y'all, and I love you for it, because the fact that y'all want to hear me talk longer is crazy. But I hear y'all, and I'm working on it. But, like, you know, give me some time. Practice makes perfect. All right, guys. So, you know, I got to end the episode with an Am I the Asshole? Obviously, found this on Reddit like I usually do. And this one didn't trigger me. I usually try to get ones that triggered me. But the reason I picked this one specifically is because I feel like this would bother so many other people. It did not bother me at all. And I think it's because I've been in a situation like this. And obviously, I'm going to post this clip on TikTok, but I just want to hear like, other people's opinions on this Am I the Asshole story. Because, like I said, it didn't bother me whatsoever. When I was telling it to my homegirl, she was like, yeah, no, bitch. I was like, all right, well, hey, different strokes for different folks. Pause. So, this one says, am I the asshole for making one roommate pay rent but not the other because she became my friends with benefits? I, a 26 male, currently live in my apartment that I bought last year. I had 2 empty spare rooms that I wasn't really using for anything, so I decided to rent them out to make a bit of money off of them. Now I've been living together with 2 roommates since November. The past 3 months, I've kind of been having a friends with benefits situation with one of my roommates, who's a 24-year-old female. It's nothing serious. We just sleep together a few times a week. Ever since this friends with benefits situation started, I told her that she doesn't have to pay rent because I feel like it's a bit shitty to accept money from someone I've been sleeping with. She also cooks for me and helps around the house with cleaning a lot, so I don't feel like she has to pay rent. This has been working out for the both of us smooth without any conflict. But last week, when our other roommate, who's a 29-year-old female, found out about our situation, thinks I'm being an asshole for charging her rent but not my friends with benefits because she's sleeping with me. This has caused a big argument and we really haven't been able to resolve it. She says that I'm weaponizing sex and I just don't feel comfortable accepting money from someone that I'm sexually involved with regularly. Am I the asshole? Okay, y'all. So I don't think that this man is the asshole whatsoever. Let me tell you why. Me personally, like, taking this as something that would happen to me, right? I don't know why I would be upset about this. Like, whatever y'all doing is perfectly fine with me, as long as y'all not being disrespectful, not keeping me up at night, breaking the doonies down. You know what I'm saying? I love sex, so I'm all for sex. But if a bitch is trying to go to sleep and all I'm hearing is back breaking and the cows coming home, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? We all live here. Let's be respectful. Also, as long as my portion of the rent stays the same and it's not breaking my fucking neck, right? If I'm smoothly kicking out this amount of money and I still have time and extra money to do my shopping, do my own thing, live my own life, have my own little routine and schedule and daily, shit like that, then I'm cool. I got nothing to complain about. But if a bitch had to kick in my portion and her portion, you got me fucked up. One of us need to fight immediately. But like I said, if I was kicking out rent and it was bitch was just getting by, like I had to borrow a couple dollars from somebody just to make the rent that you charging me, but you not charging this bitch just because y'all sleeping together. Only thing I'm hearing is, motherfucker, you got enough money to not be charging neither one of us nothing. So I'm gonna need mine taken down a little bit. I'm not saying that I won't pay you rent. I'm not saying that I won't pay you rent because, I live here and I'm all up in your shit, right? I'm not saying that because I still want to live here. I need a place to stay. But since you could take away hers altogether, bitch, you could chop a little bit off mine. That's all I'm saying. So if none of that is happening, I'd honestly be cool. I'd be chilling, So, and then the dude, how old did he say he was? 26, and the friends with benefit homegirl is like 24, 23. You know what I'm saying? And the other roommate is 29. She probably, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that 30-year-olds or 29-year-olds be bitter, but you know what I mean? She probably just like, nigga, cut me some slack. I'm the oldest. Like, I don't even want to be here, but neither one of y'all. You know what I'm saying? If anybody need the rent to be taken away or lowered, big, it's me. I'm 30 years old. I'm trying to get the fuck out of here. Like, y'all got all the time and all the agent in the world to get y'all rent situation. Nigga, I'm trying to get a house of my own. Like, don't nobody got time for you to be canoodling this bitch. You can canoodle me. Hell, if it'll take the rent away, bitch, I'm free to canoodle. Like, so, I don't know. That's the only thing that would really bother me about it. I genuinely don't think I'd have an issue with it. Now, something like this happened to me, but it wasn't even really similar. So, I used to have this mutual friend. Well, I used to have 2 friends. Wait, how am I going to explain this? All right, I used to have 2 friends. One was a boy, one was a girl. We was all real close. We had like a little throuple going on. Not like romantically or anything like that. We were just real cool, kicking it all together, right? I, for the first part of our little friendship, thought that the boy was gay. Turns out he was not. I said, oh, good for you. That's crazy. Because you had a bitch fooled. I'm not gonna lie to you. You had a bitch fooled. And so how I found out he wasn't gay is because him and the other friend started like fucking around, like sexually. And I didn't know because they didn't tell me. And then one day they slipped up in front of me and like did some freaky shit. I think we were like walking down the street and she like grabbed his dick and I was like, hey, what was that? What the fuck y'all got going on? And they was like, oh, yeah, we've been fucking. And I was like, okay. At this time, I was a virgin and everything. I was like, oh, I don't know nothing about that. Y'all got that. Look, yeah, we good. I can't do this. Inexperienced and uninterested. I don't give a fuck about none of that. So I didn't want to know anything about it, because I was just like, me personally would think that was weird to hear them stories about y'all. And yeah, I just don't want to be a part of this. But an important part of the story that I left out is that he had a car. He would always drive us to the mall. We would go out Lynn Haven Mall, even though you could walk to it from my old house in Virginia. But he would always we would go skating. We would go get ice cream. Like, he would be the, designated driver, because he was the only one that had a fucking car. We teenagers and shit. We don't got whips like that. So, and sometimes he would come pick me up by myself. We'd all meet up. Shit like teenager shit, right? So after they started dating, which I didn't even know was coming, I thought they was just going to, be on some friends with benefit shit. Like the story. I thought they was just going to be, fucking, and then eventually stop, and then we was all going to be cool again. But no, these niggas went full throttle. Like, they actually started dating, and I was like, oh, okay. Nobody want to hang out with Zaria no more. I was like, oh, that's cool. That's fine. So I remember one day I was at work, and I needed a ride from work to home. And I called him because, I did it before. We usually do that shit, He'd pick me up, drop me off at home. I'd change. He'd go pick her up. He'd come back to my house, pick me up, and we all hang out for the rest of the day. It's been done before. So I'm like, why can't it be done again? Bitch, I called that nigga. No answer. I text him like, yo, can you pick me up from work? Like, I get off at 6, 6:15, 6:25, 6:38. I'm like, okay. He not responded. So I FaceTime him. He answered. He in the bed. I'm like, yo, what you doing? Like, can you come scoop? He's like, oh, nah, I ain't gonna be able to come scoop you today. I'm busy. I got shit to do. Bitch, why in the corner of the screen I see my friend, like our friend, just laying there, knocked the fuck out, naked as hell. And I'm like, okay. I just hung up the phone. Because I don't got time for this. Like, clearly, nigga, you ain't got shit to do. Both of y'all butterball naked in the bed. Like, just, you ain't even have to lie. Just say, nah, I'm not trying to get up. I just got done fucking. Like, I'm not going nowhere. I would have respected that a whole lot more than, oh, I got a lot of shit to do today. You're not coming. That's all I need to hear. Hang up the phone. So that pissed me off. And then I was like, all right, I ain't never really been in a relationship before like that. So, I don't know how shit really be working. Then I call him again for something like, oh, y'all want to hang out or something. And like that, he just like, nah, I'm not really trying to hang out with you. I just want to hang out with so-and-so. Like, I'm not trying to look sus. He was saying something like, I'm not trying to look sus, like, around other people. Because everybody know, like, me and her got a thing. And I don't want them to think, like, it's a whole situation. Like, what, nigga, what are you talking about? You're not even making no sense. But I wasn't even mad because, like, even though I thought, what the fuck was that? Even though I thought he was gay, like, I knew our homegirl, like, thought he was cute. So I was just like, you know what? This was bound to happen. So I'm not even mad. The only reason I was mad is because, like, now I done lost 2 friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then the girl never said anything. She never said anything. She never wanted to hang out with me by herself anymore. Like, it was just them two. And, yeah. You know what the worst thing about that is? I introduced a motherfuckers to, and I hate that. I know y'all had that happen to y'all. I hate when I introduce 2 motherfuckers and they start hanging out without me. Like, okay. Like, respect the person who, and you know what I'm saying? I don't even know how I feel, but I wasn't mad. My feelings was just hurt. You know, that's all I'm saying. So, this am I asshole didn't bother me, but because she didn't lose nobody. You know what I'm saying? Her situation is still the same. If now what would have pissed me off, let me get right into it. What would have pissed me off is if let's say I'm the 29-year-old roommate, right? Let's say he and I were friends with benefits at first, right? Like I had him first. But when we were friends with benefits, he never let me stop paying rent. So we've been fucking, I've been cooking eggs and grits, and I still been paying my full portion of the rent, right? And let's say it only lasted 6 months, right? So then this new bitch come in, who's not only younger than me, but apparently got, a better situation down there going on than I do, because you making this bitch not pay a penny out of pocket. And I don't like that. And we need to talk about that, because somebody getting punched in the face, or I'm paying a little bit less. That's all I'm saying. So I don't know, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that, because I don't know. I don't think she got anything to trip over. Like, your situation hasn't changed. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. Okay, guys, that's the end of the episode. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We are on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and you know your girl's on TikTok. Let's make this podcast the podcast. Okay, y'all? I want to hear you talk about it in the streets. 5 stars if you're feeling frisky, and 5 stars even if you're not. All the beautiful music in this episode is by the amazing Zoe Marie. Zoe's music can be found on all streaming platforms, so please go listen and love it just like I do. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.